Hello and welcome to the IDTANA Storytellers. The IDTANA Archival Committee has been tasked with capturing the stories of some of our most influential members over the years. Our committee's goal is to gather these stories to benefit our organization's teachers, families, and dancers, and to preserve North American Irish dance history for generations to come, honoring those who came before us and ensuring their names are not lost for those who come after us.
Well, welcome everyone to a new video as part of the Storytellers Series by the Irish Dance Teachers Association of North America. We're honoring some special people who have given their lives in dedication of Irish dancing to their part of the world. And I'm very happy to introduce from her own beautiful home, Mrs. Veronica McAleer McCrea. Welcome, Veronica. How are you these days?
Good, thanks.
Glad to have you with us.
Yeah.
We go back a little ways, Veronica, don't we?
Oh, we do, over 50 years.
I think it would be because my children were dancing for another teacher in the area here, and the first time I ever met you was at the Delaware Fesh, of all things, of course, naturally. And we've been there for years and years since, so we have a long friendship as far as that goes, and I'm very happy to be able to do this with you. Now, most people that come to Irish dancing, your kids know you, but a lot of people would know you. Tell us a little bit about Veronica McAleer. I understand she was born in Belfast. What was that all about? What was your family like?
Between musical and dancing and everything else. my Auntie Alice taught in Belfast for 49 years. And that's why my sister and I both danced for her. That's why I went to McAleer.
How many were there in your own family?
There was the 4 girls.
Just 4 girls,
Just
okay.
4 girls.
And your parents were?
Alice and my dad was killed when I was 5.
Yeah. And what was his name?
Michael.
And your mom?
Alice.
Alice. So Alice was running in the family, obviously.
Exactly, I know.
Now, you said that Alice McAleer was teaching in Belfast for 49 years. What was her class like? Was it a big class? Were lots of people there?
Oh yeah. She won. She was great for figures. That's where I get the teams from.
I see.
Yeah, she was great. She won the Europas. Her 8 years in a row.
Very good.
Yeah.
Were there some other dancers that you knew that were in the class at the time? Other people that were dancing for your aunt?
Oh yeah. I danced in a four-hand ring. There was 4 of us, and we always kept in touch. And what do you call it? There's only 2 of us left.
Yeah.
Myself.
Just still doing good things.
Myself and Mary Pollock. Do you know Mary Pollock from Belfast?
I don't think so, no.
She was a teacher.
Yeah.
And her and I. So I do catch up with her when I do go home.
How old were you when you started class with your aunt?
Oh, I never took it serious. I was 5. That was a joke to me. I was like 5, but I loved it. Like I was in there, and I was in. If I went to a fesh, if I felt like dancing, I danced. If I didn't, my sister Anne was the top.
She was the serious contender,
and
right?
She was the all-Ireland champion, not me.
Now, in the typical class that you would go to with your aunt, was it all solo dancing? Did you work on certain things every week, or what was the class like every week?
Oh God, well, it's been so long, but it was great. We had a lot of fun. We did. And when we got our break, we would go round and we'd get an ice cream. or a break.
It was worth it to go to class then, as far as
that.
But you said that she was very big on the team dancing as well.
She was wonderful. She was great. She had the gift of, and she was adjudicator. She judged a lot in London and England.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, when you did team dancing, did you just do the 4s and the 8s, or did you things like 2-hand reels, 3-hand reels? Was it all kinds of team dancing?
Oh, and Dan Armstrong won the 3-hand at the All-Ireland Under-16.
That doesn't surprise me.
I see him all the time when I go home.
But the reason I asked that question is because my very first memory of you was you winning a big, huge trophy at the Delaware Fesh for the school with the most points in figure dancing.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, she started early with the 2s and the 3s and the 4s and the 6s and the 8s.
I did, and I loved the 6. That was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, and there was never any competitions for 6 until 2 years ago. Yeah, last year, and didn't we win it?
Good for you, excellent.
Yeah,
I know a
yeah.
few feshers have done 6 hands over the years, but not too many.
I love it.
Now, when your aunt was teaching in Belfast, were there any other teachers who were teaching in the area?
Anna McCoy,
Anna McCoy, yeah.
Ray Follow, Maureen Kearney, that was her school. Ellie Mulligan Johnson.
She's the one that taught the McNiffs, right? I
Yes,
think the McNiffs
yes,
went to her, exactly.
yes, she did, yeah.
Yeah, the only one of those that I ever met was Anna McCoy, because my wife actually studied for her TC with Anna McCoy.
Oh, did she?
She did, yeah.
Oh.
She and our friend Steve Carney. So yeah, there was a lot of good dancing going on in Belfast in those days.
Oh, yeah.
And then just across the country in Derry, there was a lot of stuff going on there as well with Mary McLaughlin and Brendan DeGlane.
They were the rivals.
Absolutely. Was there a particular Haley dance that you particularly liked of all the ones that she taught?
Auntie Alice.
Yeah.
6
Which particular sit-down was it?
Very real.
The very real, yeah. It's a lovely dance, and it's very.
I love it.
It flows very nicely as far as that goes. Now, what was your school costume like when you first started dancing for Alice?
It was black and white because Auntie Alice danced for McConvey from Derry.
Uh-huh.
She danced for, I forget her first name, and she was black and white. So then Auntie Alice, she took the black and white, and then I took the black and white.
Right.
And it was, I wish I had a picture of it, but it was, we didn't have the first original, but we had the rest, and with the little pleated skirts like, what's her name? Down in Washington, Lorraine James.
Right,
It was
okay.
exactly because only we had the black and the whites. She had the cream and the green.
Right. That was in a black jacket?
Yes,
Okay,
and a
yeah.
white lace.
I see, and that's a fairly standard type of costume from those days in Ireland,
Yes.
as well as here in the beginning, as far as that goes, yeah.
Yeah. I took that, and then we went for different ones.
And what about shoes? What kind of shoes did you have in those days, like for the light shoe or for the hard shoe?
Just regular, the lace up ones.
You had the gillies?
You had the gillies.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes at the beginning, we had the regular, we call it like ballet slippers.
Ah, yeah.
Or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we got in the
Capizio type things, yeah.
Yeah.
And for the hard shoes?
The hard shoes was something similar to what we had, but they were like the nails.
Right. Pieces of leather with the nails in
Yeah,
it. I remember
yeah.
those. I still have a pair of those.
Yeah, we would go up to the Springfield Road and we'd get there, and my mom would take us.
Sure.
I was just so happy to get a pair of hard shoes.
I think most dancers are. They may not be able to do anything much in them, but the fact that they have them on their feet makes it wonderful. It really does. Now, when you first started out, you said there were some fashion. Huh? Were they in Belfast, or you traveled other places?
We travelled to other places. We would rent a bus. We'd go to the Glens of Antrim. We go to different teachers' fashions. Some were inside, some were outside. Most of them were inside.
Oh yeah. And you started off doing solos and team dancing, obviously.
Yeah.
And what was your favorite dance to compete with? Did you like the reel better, or the slip jig, or the jig, or the hornpipe, or did you like them all?
I liked them all. Yeah, I liked them all if I got up on the stage.
Once you got up there, you were fine.
Yeah. But I think that's why I loved it so much, because I never had any pressure on me.
Sure. Once you were up there, you were on your own.
Oh yeah, I was up there with my sister on the stage with the recall. So
That's a little tricky, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Because I had a brother who was just a year younger than me. Rest his soul, he's passed away. But we often competed against each other, and that was a little tricky.
yeah, sometimes with Dan and I, but
Now, in addition to competing and going to feshes, did your school also perform in the community? Did you go around to places?
Oh God, we did nursing homes.
Yeah, sure.
Just like here, just like we do here. The school does here.
Sure. And did the kids enjoy doing that kind of thing?
They love them. Oh, they love them. They love the shows.
And the folks in the nursing homes love them as
Oh,
well.
that's the best. That's the best.
Absolutely. Now, when did you come to the United States?
Oh, let's see. But I got my 1968. I got my TC. Then. So it was a kind of a mixed, what do you call it, thing. I got that, and then I started, we went to the different, what do you call it, fashions and stuff like that. But I've been doing that for, I'd say 57 years now.
Good heavens, my goodness. Did you come to the United States for dancing or for work, or what was your reason to come?
For work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a job. I had a job from, you come over to your family and stayed for 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I did. I ended up in Westchester, and I stayed there for 2 years. And then I went home. And then I was home for a couple of years, and then I went back again. And in the meantime, I met a friend whose uncle or cousin was Irish dancing.
Oh, right.
Involved. So I used to go, Frank Dockery.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah,
Frank.
I know the name, yeah.
But I used to go and help him. And I would do the solos, and he would do the figures.
Gotcha.
He was great at figures.
Right.
And then him and I would go down to Molly McGrory's class.
Right, exactly.
Because she was studying for her TC.
Right.
And that's how I got involved with Maureen. That's how I got to know her.
Right.
So we had Frank and I and Maureen, Pat O'Donnell, and all went up for a TC together.
I see. Okay, so you all studied together, as it were.
We all
Yeah.
studied
Yeah,
together.
I know Maureen McGrory danced for Sean Lavery.
Yes.
Yeah, in
The
Philly.
old-fashioned
In Philly,
style.
the more traditional style, yeah.
So that's why you'll see some of her kids still have my steps. And I don't care, what do you
I
call
don't
it?
either.
And it's like, what do you call that's her.
Sure.
But she was, and then we was, some of the kids that Frank taught in Chester, so we would go and teach. I'd go and help him on a Saturday in Chester, and then we'd go over to Maureen's class and help her. Again, I would do the solos, and he would do the teams.
Gotcha.
And but it was kind of, what do you call it? It was such a nice thing, knowing that you're helping.
Well, and you were all friends, so you were supporting each other.
Oh,
as
you
far
were
as that
supporting,
goes.
yeah, we were all
exactly.
supporting
Yeah.
each
Yeah, and I don't know Frank personally, but I knew Maureen, of course, and she was just a lovely lady, and she was just
she
one of
was
those people
lovely.
that you want to help because she was a nice person.
She was lovely.
So you all studied for your TC, and then where did you actually take the TCRG exam? Was it here in the States, or was it in
Yeah, it was here. We all went up on the train together.
to New Jersey?
Yes.
The famous place where they all did the exams.
Yeah. So we went up there, and it was Pat and Frank and I and Maureen,
Right.
and we would question each other on the train.
Sure.
And people thought we were nuts. Thought we were crazy.
They probably still think you're nuts, but that's another matter.
Thought we were crazy. But we went in. We all got it except for Frank. He didn't.
Yeah. I knew that he hadn't gotten the exam. Do you remember who was on your exam panel? And do you remember any of the examiners?
Oh God, no.
It's no. If you don't, it's no big deal. Because I don't know who was coming over those days.
More or less, more on the AD.
All right. Yeah, that was a little bit later. Yeah. But so you got your TC, and you began the McAleer School of Dancing here eventually at some point.
Yeah, but the kids, Eugene O'Donnell used to teach in Chester with Frank, and he didn't want to do it anymore. He was giving it up. So Frank said to me, "Why didn't you take it over? Why didn't you do it? Because you're going to go. You just did your exam. You can do it."
Sure.
So a lot of the kids from Wilmington went down to Chester. Like it was a couple of families, 4 or 5, and they would go down to Chester. So when they said, "Well, will you open up one in Wilmington?" So they left Chester and come up, and then I lived with an Irish family.
Yeah.
The Mulherns, and Martin was on the board of the Delaware Fest at that time.
I'm sure I met all of them at various times.
But we did that, and so we started the school, and I lived with the Mulherns for 5 years.
Now, when you came to the United States, were you single or were you married?
Oh, I was single. I met my husband on St. Patrick's night.
Well, there you go. That's a good sign.
Dancing at a show at Christchurch King Parish.
Yeah, very good.
On St. Patrick's night.
Absolutely. So tell us about Francis.
He was from Wilmington, and he was an only child, and a friend, Sue Gorman, she knew Francis, and she got the two of us together, and she told him I was going to be at the conference.
At the dance,
at the dance, the St. Patrick's Day dance, and for him to come.
So there was a little bit of setup going on there.
Oh yeah. So that's where they put the two. She's been trying to get the two of us together, but
Sure.
I was always on the go, and he worked.
Sure.
He worked for the where you pay your taxes, ARS.
Oh right, of course, yeah. And of course he's working during the day and you're teaching dancing at night, so it's hard to get together, isn't it?
Yeah. So
but eventually you got married and
we got married June 9th. We were we were 51 years married this June.
This past June. Wow, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Congratulations. That's
Thank
wonderful.
you.
And
Yeah.
I've known Francis from as long as I've known you, actually, because I met him at the Fesh as well.
Oh, yeah, he's the company fastest.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
And you had 2 children.
I have 2 boys, James and Kevin. And James, he danced for about 10 years.
I remember.
Yeah, but he would never, he just loved his solos and his figures and going for dinner on the way home. That was it. He didn't care he won anything. Wouldn't do championships. No.
Smart man.
No. Wasn't for him as long as we stopped and had dinner, so we did. And we would go with families, and
Sure.
Francis went to a couple of fashions. But he, they were kind of long for him, but he enjoyed it. Like me, I'd be there all day.
Well, you had kids there all day, probably. As far
Exactly, yeah. So.
Because going back to what I mentioned about the trophy for the most points in figure dancing, you won that trophy at a lot of different feshes, didn't you?
Yeah, Washington.
Sean Culkin's fesh up in Emmitsburg, Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although there was one year that I actually won the trophy and you got second, which surprised the heck out of me.
What is that?
It was at Mount St. Mary's College
right,
and for some reason I had entered every kid in my school, which was kind of big at that point, and they all did 2s and 3s and 4s and whatever. And when I was sure you were going to get the trophy, and didn't I win it? I thought, this is wrong. So tell me a little bit about some of the kids that were dancing. What the kids like? As you started working with kids in Chester and eventually in Delaware, what were the kids like? Do you have fond memories of the kids?
Most of them, what do you call it? They came to Wilmington, and they were all at our wedding. All of them.
I'm sure it was a great show.
Oh, it was indeed. It was. But they, some of them I still like. Eileen, Kathleen Hosey, Kathleen Fahey, all the ones.
Sure.
I've had them for.
Yeah, you had a couple that became teachers and adjudicated. I know Kathleen.
Yeah.
Kathleen Henley.
Kathy Henley,
Yeah.
Tara McHugh, Eileen's a teacher. 3. There was more. I can't think. 3. Tara.
It's a lot of kids to remember.
But the ones now, we call it Tara, Eileen.
They're the ones that you work with most closely these days.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But I still see some of them sometimes, and it's laughable because if I go to a grocery store or go somewhere and farmer's market, no matter where, and they come up back after me. Veronica? And I'd say, yeah, of course I am.
Did you teach me Irish dance?
Yeah, this man came up, it was at the farmer's market one, it was a Friday, and he came up and he's looking, and he looked strange at me. I thought, did I do something wrong or something? So he passed me, but then he came back and he asked me my name, and I says, yeah. He says, I says, how do you know me? He says, you taught my 3 girls.
Oh, wow. Isn't that fun? That's nice.
It's nice to see
Absolutely.
that when you don't.
Absolutely.
When you don't see people.
Absolutely. So at some point, somebody talked you into taking the adjudicator's exam.
Yes.
Was that something you willingly did, or did they really strong arm you into it?
No, I always wanted to do it because
Sure.
I always wanted to be like Auntie Alice.
Sure.
I just wanted to be like her, teaching. What do you call it? I did beat her by a few years of teaching, but she was wonderful. She was.
Sounds like she was a very special lady. I wish I'd met her.
Lorraine James and her mother used to come to Auntie Alice's for steps.
Oh yeah, sure.
Years and years
Yeah.
ago. But she was talented in the end, played the piano. I didn't play it, Anne played. Anne played the dance music for her dance. My sister Anne. But I didn't, I had no patience for it.
You were busy learning your steps.
Exactly.
So when did you take the adjudicators, do you remember?
We went, I was out in California.
Oh yeah.
I did it out in California. I'd say probably like 25 years ago, maybe, around that time. Yeah.
And how was that?
It was lovely. Maureen Kennelly, I was there, Ron Plummer, and what do you call it? It was a lot of fun. We did it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You don't remember any of the examiners who were there? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of them floating around these days, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I think. In the adjudicators or the TC, one of them, I think it was the adjudicators, Peter Smith.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not, oh.
So once you got your adjudicators, did you enjoy judging at feshes? Did you go around?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done 22 feshes a year.
Wow. Good heavens, wow.
I really did. I loved it. And it was more or less that it was something that I could do. It was something
You knew you were good at it.
No, not really.
I think you were.
No, I knew I was fair.
Sure.
That was my main.
Yeah.
That, what do you call it? I'd always be known as a fair judge.
And you're going to call it like it is.
I call it, and I say it like it is.
When you judge, do you prefer doing the solos or the teams or the championships, or is it all the same?
It's all the same. My favorite is the beginners.
I can understand that. I love them as well.
Oh, yeah. I love them.
1, 2, ready, dance.
Yeah, and I go like, yeah. What do you call it? My last fesh I did, I always did John Heinzman's, and one of the feshes that I did, there was 4 little beginners around. There was 6, and he did a hornpipe. I'll never forget it.
That must have been an experience.
It was beautiful.
Really?
Let me tell you, they did a better job than the couple of competitions I did before that. They couldn't keep their timing.
Good for them.
You know,
somebody had done right by them, for
they
sure.
were perfect.
Exactly.
And I got up and I went over to them and I said to them, I said, you're just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You have timing and everything else. You did a great job. They said, oh, thank you.
Well,
I'll always remember that competition.
Now, over the years, obviously, you've gotten to know lots of people, including me. Are there some special friends that you have in Irish dancing that you like to sit down and chat with them and catch up with them, different people that you have fond memories with?
Anna Sullivan.
I can understand that.
Yeah. My favourite.
She's great, yeah.
Anna was in our wedding.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think she told me that. I think, that's
Anna
right.
Sullivan and Jimmy Freel. They're the 2 that never forget me.
Well,
not in judging.
No, but just
as a friend.
They call you and see how you doing and all that
yes,
kind of
and
good stuff.
Jimmy Freel is the best. He's the best for that.
I would agree. I used to compete against Jimmy Freel back in the
Did
day.
you?
Yes, he and I are almost the exact same age, so we frequently competed against each other in competition, and the same with Patsy Early McLaughlin.
Patsy. Patsy. My last one, I had a lovely card from Ellen Reardon.
Oh yeah.
I had a lovely get well card from Ellen this last time.
Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah.
Now, over the years, you've been to loads of feshes. How have the feshes changed over the years in terms of how they're run, or is there anything that you see happening with feshes these days?
A lot.
And it isn't necessarily all good, I'm sure.
No.
What are some of the issues that you see?
I just see, like, I'm a stickler for timing and stuff like that, and I just see sometimes dancers get it and like, what?
What was that all about?
Exactly. I wouldn't want to get into it, but I there was certain fashions and stuff that I see the dancing so different today. Like, I feel like you work so hard and correcting. Like, Eileen is, her and I work together, and she's wonderful. When Eileen came aboard, when I got COVID,
Right.
very bad, and she came aboard and been ever since. And I think we get along well.
It looks to me like a great partnership.
Yes,
as far as that goes.
couldn't have asked for anything better.
Yeah, speaking of which, obviously, the school is kind of in a little bit of a resurgence right now. Everyone kind of knows the McAleer McCrea name and Paulson name because things have come very nice for some of your dances.
Yeah.
You've had a good run for a couple of years here recently, haven't you?
I have, since Eileen came aboard. Yeah. We've done well, and we go down. Each one of us go down to the beach and teach. Well, I haven't taught for a couple of months now because of my leg, and but what do you call it? We go down and I do Tuesday, Eileen does Friday, and we all get to know
all the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's obvious based upon the way that you celebrate the kids on Facebook and other places. Clearly you feel very strongly when your kids are doing well, and they're doing very well. They really are. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very impressed as far as that goes. It's nice.
Thank you very much.
So things have continued to grow. You keep hanging on. It's like there's never going to be an end to your growth and development as far as a teacher goes, as far as that goes. If somebody were to ask me, well, what's so special about Veronica McAleer? Aren't there some things that you would like people to remember about you as a teacher and as your involvement in Irish dancing? What would you like them to remember about you?
I guess how much I loved it. I still love it. I'll love it till I die. I'll always love it.
And you transmit that love to the kids in the dance class. That's pretty obvious as far as that goes. I've seen them come up and give you big hugs and all the carry on. So I know they do it as far as that goes.
I had it because I couldn't get to the nationals this year because I couldn't fly.
Sure.
And I got the email, the FaceTime, and this and that, and the pictures.
They want to be sure to let you know what's happening.
Oh yeah, my phone was running off the wall.
And your kids did very well at the nationals.
They did. Thanks to Eileen. Eileen took the class completely over and getting ready for the nationals because I couldn't do it.
Sure.
And what do you call it? Thanks to Eileen.
Life went on.
Life went on, and they did extremely well.
Well, I can honestly say that based upon the years of I know you for at least 50 years, the school has always offered wonderful quality Irish dance instruction to the dancers here in Wilmington, and you're an inspiration to a lot of people as far as that goes, because you do have a passion for the dancing that you don't always see in everybody else. and what I love about you is you have your passion for your little ones as well as your champions. Sometimes I wonder, the champions get all the glory, but what about the little muckers that are doing the best they can and that are learning the hornpipe or things like that?
Yeah.
Rita O'Shea always talks about they're doing the best they can.
I know, remember that we had to later. But I don't. If I was at a Fair Schneider's, Eileen and I, both of us, she would probably watch the championship, would split up, and I would go and do the some of the
grades and things,
yeah.
And I know you definitely watch them when they do the teams.
Oh yeah, definitely, yes.
Absolutely. Veronica McAleer, it's been a great joy and a pleasure and an honor to be with you in your beautiful home. Yeah. We're gonna take a few pictures of different things around so we can show them on the video as well. But it's been a pleasure to be here, and I'm so happy that you agreed to do this for us. God bless. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the conclusion of this Storyteller episode. Thanks to Veronica McAleer McCrea and to Eileen Paulson for helping to facilitate this. God bless. Thank you.